So welcome back to this class. So we were looking at the last scene, that was scene 2, and we saw how Mulili goes to boss and tells him what happens and the action is going to take. So we're starting with lecture 5, scene 3. So news. So on that we're starting with that is lecture 5, scene 3 of Act 2. So news about Boss' attempt to rape Regina has reached Jasper, who now feels he can't go on with the play as he had earlier on promised Tumbo. The latter warns Jasper that this would be deemed as sabotage. He would be too dangerous. He is warned that if he makes any mistake, he could end his university studies even after he has already lost 1 year. Jasper leaves, but he doesn't promise Boss that he's going to hide the truth. When Tumbo and Nicodemo meet to continue with the meeting after the break, they are aware of Capito's murder, but they dare not to say anything. Tumbo says they are aware of Capito's murder, but they dare not say anything. Tumbo says they are like caged animals who move but only inside the cage. They pretend not to know anything about the deal, the death. When Mulili enters, he pretends to be shocked and saddened by Capito's death, which he says was as a result of Capito's being under the influence of alcohol. So we can see clearly what's happening there. Capito has been murdered by Mulili's friends because of the disagreement that they had. So as we continue, Nicodemo wonders how one can get drunk in the space of 1 hour, and really foolishly says that people say that his breath smelled of spirits. When pressed further by Nicodemo, who wonders about the dimension of breath, yet Capito was dead, Mulili retorts that he didn't say breath, but his body smelled whiskeys. He goes ahead to say that Boss wept when he heard of the death and has already declared one road to be called Capito Road. That shows how things happening in Africa, where when person is alive, something happens to them. When they're dead, then they're named after as a result to cover up what's happening. So Nicodemo suggests that they should call off the meeting and wonders whether the day will be counted. Despite the meeting, the solemnness of the occasion, the members of the committee seem to be more preoccupied with concerns of seeking avenues of making money. This is a pointer to their greed and materialistic nature. One of their members has died, but they still want to have more money for themselves, and thus asking if that day counts. So on to our next class, or on our next discussion. So here we have revision questions of scene 2 of Act 2, scene 3. So you'll get them in the notes that I'm going to send to you. So next we're going to the scene 4, Act 2, scene 4, the rehearsals. The stage is set for the final rehearsal of the play meant to entertain the visiting head of state. Tumbo wants everything to go on well, as if he has to disappoint Boss, who is already in a full mood. Boss has, as a result of his bad temper, locked up his wife in the palace cell. Jasper informs Tumbo that all will go on well and that Mosese was cooperative during the previous night's rehearsals. Jasper says that he is in the play because he realized that the problem of Kafira cannot be solved by isolation. According to him, if the play succeeds, he will have demonstrated that determination is greater in worth than numbers. Tumbo would prefer that Boss doesn't know that the play is written by Jasper, who hopes that the release of few prisoners after success of the play will change Kafira. Jasper is able to see the hypocrisy of the ruling elite. The release of a few prisoners is meant to improve the image of Kafira to the eye of the world. This, according to him, is only the truth. It's only the truth. Boss joins them in the preparation of the rehearsal, and Jasper tells him, the play is about an army cadet who is promoted to the rank of captain within 6 months of enrollment. During the passed out parade, he shoots his colleague accidentally because he doesn't know how to handle a gun. It is later realized that he is not a relative of the army commander as it had been thought. As the rehearsal starts, Boss volunteers to read the part of the chief of staff, since the prisoner who had been allocated the role could not be present as he had stomach problems. He also orders Askari to untie the hands of Jerry and Mosese so that they can join the rehearsals. Mosese, who plays as the junior soldier, argues with Jerry, who is the captain, over which gun is shorter than the other, a 32 or a 28. They go to the chief of staff, that is boss, to help unravel the mystery. He tells them to each take a gun and show it to him. The guns are now in the hands of Jerry and Mosese. Their plan has succeeded. On realizing that he has been tricked, Boss shouts to the guards, but Jerry tells him he has no guards. Jasper thinks that Boss is dead and is about to go and design a coffin, but is stopped by Mosese, who tells Boss to see what he had done to Jasper. Because of fear, Mulili betrays Boss. He says that Boss ought to be killed because he has taken everything in his hands, has spoiled Kafira's economy, and has ruled for too long and killed Kabito. That is the end of lecture 5. So we'll continue in our lecture 6 in the next class. Hope you understood something. You are following up the story. It's going to come up in lecture format, and I hope you are going to catch up until the end of the summary and the end of the classes. Thank you and bye.